At what point in time are you going to say, hey, I'm going to bet on myself to go try it? Because guess what? Whether you try that thing or not, whether you succeed, then you're gonna move forward with it. Even if you fail or decide, hey, this ain't really for me, right? What's the worst that's gonna happen? You'll be right back where you were before. All right, time for another Average Mindset Monday. And listen, I'm just here today to just talk to you about one thing, right? And is that at a certain point in time in your life, you got to learn how to bet on yourself. Like you got to stop giving up what the other people should say, what someone else can help you with, what the other person said they were going to put you on in this particular situation, and you got to go bet on yourself. You just got to go do it. Like I talk to too many people. I talk to too many, and it don't even matter. I'm talking to people on the street. I'm talking to strangers. I'm talking to people that are in corporate America with really good jobs. And the thing that they struggle to do with is betting on themselves. Like I just look at the lives that certain people lives, and there's a quote that I live by, and it's like when you look at the level of dedication to somebody, and I'm paraphrasing here, when you look at the level of dedication that somebody has to themselves, you can directly see the correlation of success that they have. But it's like we dedicate ourselves to so many different other things, and we dedicate ourselves to so many different other people or places or processes or whatever they may be, but we never dedicate ourselves like to ourselves. We never tell ourselves like, hey, I'm gonna get real with me and then I'm gonna make the changes that are necessary. So that's a question like I have for you today. Like, are you okay to bet on yourself? Like, have you built a skill set to bet on yourself? And that may mean creating a business. That may mean, getting your LLC, or when you generate enough money, get your S corp and that type of stuff, and then bet on yourself. That may mean in the workplace that you go out on a limb and you take on a project, or you decide to actually show up for work every single day and give it your best. But you're gonna bet on yourself today. That may mean coming home and showing up as the parent or the husband or the wife or whatever you are in your household, the brother, the sister, the aunt, the uncle, whoever it may be inside of your household, and saying, hey, I'm gonna bet on me to be the best person that I can. Like it's a real problem that folks will say, hey, I gotta lean on this person to make sure that certain things happen. And I'm not saying support systems aren't bad, or I should say are bad. What I'm saying is that we're always waiting for someone to do something for us, therefore that we can do. If I could just get a if I can just get a reference for somebody to do something, if I could just get a like whatever it may be, right? Like if I could just get somebody to put me on. But when are you gonna bet on yourself? When are you gonna get in a room with somebody where you're not the smartest person? When are you gonna get into the room with somebody that, and I was just having this conversation the other day where I was like, regardless of the fact of what someone may be supporting you in a certain area, at what point in time are you gonna say, hey, I'm gonna bet on myself to go try it? Because guess what? Whether you try that thing or not, whether you succeed, then you're gonna move forward with it. Even if you fail or decide, hey, this ain't really for me, right? What's the worst that's gonna happen? You'll be right back where you were before. So I want you to start to think that through for this week. Like, are you willing to bet on yourself, and like whatever that may mean for you doing, whether that's getting up to go to the gym, or you betting that you can work out every day, whether it's eating better, can you bet on yourself to stick to that diet? Whether whatever it may be, right? Like so many people, when I see them say, I finally got promoted, I finally got the raise that I wanted, I finally got the recognition that I wanted, it's the overwhelming majority of how did we get here? And they end up saying, I finally decided to lock in and bet on myself because I knew I could do the job, because I knew I could give the performance, because I knew I could do whatever it took. So the question for you this week is, are you willing to bet on yourself?